Huh? We're struggling to get in. Here.
We in the
Oh,
building.
and they brought food.
We in the building.
And my smoothie, that looks crazy.
There's no straw though.
Check Chauncey out with the baby face. Okay.
Baby face giant.
Okay. All right, we about to get things popping, huh?
Get things popped.
Word. Big facts.
This is the
But it is.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Incline team checking in.
Yeah. What if it was like, what's good, YouTube? This is Team Incline.
I'm not saying what's good, YouTube.
Started.
What's up, guys? Welcome to our YouTube channel.
What's happening? What's happening?
All right, Kev. You hungry?
A little bit.
Ate your food a little too fast?
That's what happens when you complete that 100 rep challenge. You know what I'm saying, Chance?
I'm up next.
She's up next. She'll get to it eventually. But welcome. We're here today. The start of our YouTube channel. It's been a long time. We've been procrastinating.
Well, we'll start by introducing ourselves for those of you who aren't familiar. I'm Sam.
Kev.
For anybody that doesn't know, we're brother and sister.
I'm Big Bro. Obviously.
We got Cash just crawling all over Chauncey.
Yeah.
Oh, and then this is
the
Chance.
Giant. For those of you who know the Giant already, he's family, part of the team. You'll see him the whole way through.
One of our brand ambassadors.
One of our brand ambassadors, definitely that. Big part of our team. So today we just wanted to answer some questions. So that's how we're gonna start this thing off. A lot of people ask us questions all the time about our personal lives, just how we started, what made us start. Us all the time, why we did this, what made us. Do we get along? We're brother and sister. We live together. We're in our house right now.
Do we get along?
I mean, I get along.
You get along?
Do you get along? I get along.
Yeah, it's pretty.
We keep it under control for sure. Better than you might expect, actually.
Especially considering we live together, we work together, we run a business. We're pretty much always around each other.
Always. Everything we do is pretty much like it involves one another.
Go to the same gym.
Pretty much everything. She doesn't like to work out with me, but that's okay. One day we'll get a workout in together.
Maybe.
But yeah, so we're gonna start with answering a few questions. I got some questions. She was asked some questions. Incline was asked some questions. So.
You want me to ask the first?
Yeah, let's ask the first question. Let's start this thing off.
All right, first question. What is your and Kevin's personal background and fitness journey, and what are your goals? You want to start with yours?
Personal background? That's a little... It's different. Personal background...
How deep are we trying to get here?
Yeah, how deep are we trying to get here? That's what I'm getting at. So, we can get pretty deep, It depends on how involved you want to be. But, I mean, we started off not having a clue about any of this lifestyle that we're a part of now. I mean, I'm talking about give it 5 years ago, nowhere near this,
This wouldn't even been a thought in our heads.
Not a thought. Never in a million years. We had a completely different agenda. And that goes for all three of us. Like, completely different. And we were into different things. We were into different things. Health wasn't a factor.
Care to elaborate what different things we were into?
I liked drugs. I liked alcohol. I liked
breaking the law.
I liked breaking the law. Everything bad you can think of, I loved it. I was into it. And something hit me, and I think it was God that one day just jumped in my body and just said, "What are you doing?" And from that point on, I was different. As far as our background, we're basically, we started from the bottom, and now we're here. Nah. But,
what started your fitness journey? How'd you
get
into the gym?
I did it for my mental. I did it for mental health, completely. I told you I have a drug and alcohol past, so fitness was my only escape from that. And in order to stay sober, I needed fitness. So I didn't have any fitness goals like down the road, I want to be a bodybuilder, I want to be a personal trainer. I just needed it from my head at first. And then as time went on, I started enjoying the process, and I started seeing the progress. And then things just, and I still don't have it all figured out. So, you know, I know I'm finding out new things about myself as time goes on. So, you know, my fitness journey.
What are your goals?
I'm halfway there. I want to be as strong as possible. I want to be as strong as my body will let me be. I want to be as in shape as my body will allow me to be. I got like Ninja Warrior goals in mind, maybe CrossFit as well. Maybe some bodybuilding stuff at some point. I like sports. I just like all around fitness and athletics. So we'll see where it takes me.
Okay.
And what about you,
Cool.
Sam?
My background. Oh. All right, where to start?
Do you have a background? Besides,
Do I have a background?
Oh, you played softball when you were 5.
Well, it doesn't mean it was a good background. I mean, I have a background. My background is, you know, I grew up really unhealthy, really insecure. Wasn't really happy. I suffered a lot with my mental health. I struggled a lot. I had depression, anxiety. I mean, I still do, but you know, I learned how to manage it better now. So I grew up like that, you know, most of my life, and then about 2.5, maybe 3 years ago now, I just decided it wasn't working anymore. I was always like, I never felt good. I was sick all the time. So I changed my diet. That was the first step of everything. You know, I lost a little bit of weight. You know, my confidence started growing. And then me and Kev, you know, we talked a lot about starting something together, you know, and we really wanted to make it a point to better ourselves, and what better way than to do it together. You know, I think it's easier for everybody to have somebody to motivate you. So we decided to get in the gym together January last year, and really just went up from there. The more, you know, the more healthy I got physically, I felt like my mental health started improving with it, because they go hand in hand. So, you know, we started in the gym, and then around like the beginning of summer last year, we started talking about doing something, and you know, a friend of ours actually brought up, like, why not start a clothing brand, a fitness clothing brand. And well, we'll touch base on that, you know, a little later on, how that started.
That's one of the questions. So
yeah,
we might as well just answer that now. We might as well just get to that.
Yeah, basically, we started that last summer. When did we start talking about it? Like May?
Maybe even, yeah, about May 2019.
And then we just talked about it, you know, didn't really make any moves for like about a month or so. Really.
I just want to touch on why, like, because one of the questions is why. What made us want to have a brand? Like, what inspired us? That was a couple questions actually, and it was, I think we just wanted something that described our new lifestyle, like something that just stood for what we believed in, because we hadn't always believed in it, so it impacted us a little different than maybe most people have always been on this journey. It hit us so hard, you know, like this goal and this all of a sudden just dream that we had, it just smacked us in the face, and we just wanted to just take it all the way. So we're like, yo, we want a brand that describes our new life.
Yeah. You know, with what we've been through in the past, you know, it represents starting literally at the bottom and working our way up.
So, and this is another question. This is, who came up with the brand name? So this was a struggle at first. This was definitely a struggle. So
big struggle.
We wanted names that described how we're living, you know, how we're living our life. So we're putting together names, and we're just, a month or two goes by, because literally, that's why I want to say it was earlier in May, but maybe even April. Might have been May, but a month or two goes by, and like every day we're like, what about this? And we're just like, no. What about this? Nah. So I go to work, and I have a boss, one of our bosses there, and he's real helpful, and he's liking our idea. And every day I'm like, yo man, what's up, man? Help me with a name. He's like, all right, man, I'll tell you what. Let me get on Google here. So tell me, I'm like, yo, find me a name that, you know, like describes motivation, pushing forward, just going, just, you know, find me a name, man. Like, just start shooting names at me. He's like, alrighty, let's see here. I don't even remember some of the names.
We're cutting it.
Yeah, none of Ascend, it was just a bunch of different names. I'm just like, and one of the names that stood out, he said, Inclyne, I'm like, whoa. Whoa, say that one more time. Ascend, no. Inclyne? Yo. And when I heard that name, it was just something about it, just Inclyne.
I think you actually called me. Like, I don't know if you want to break. You called me and it was instantly like,
I got goosebumps just when you said that. I was like, that's weird.
Inclyne. Literally everybody was like, out of all the names we said before, any word, this one was like, everybody was like, yo, that's it.
That was the one. We just knew.
Now, the spelling.
Oh, we struggled with that.
The spelling, that was rough. I'm talking about, because we knew we couldn't just spell Inclyne the regular way you spell it. Because we couldn't spell it that way.
We wanted to put a Y because this guy right here was talking about how all the things that you can, like how you can make it look cool with a Y pretty much, you know. But at first we started spelling it with like without the I in front, like just Inclyne. You know, we obviously didn't go with that one because we just figured Inclyne would just look goofy. So that was that.
So we figured it out and we just stuck with it. Let's see what else we got.
See, another is, well, I think already answered that for the most part. How long has Inclyne been around? Well, we came up with the idea, I don't know, around April, May last year.
I think it's the 18th of August. We dropped, like,
wasn't it the 16th? The
16th. Yeah, so a year and 2 days is when our first drop.
We spent most of July.
We got the LLC July 28th though, so it's been a little over a year since we
that was when we were figuring out our logo spelling and what we wanted our logo to look like, you know, in general. So we had to figure all that out first, figure out where we were gonna go to, you know, because we didn't know anything about having a clothing brand at the time. So we had to do a lot of research, figure out, you know, suppliers and different.
You think that a clothing line is just like, oh, it's just a clothing line, but like, we didn't want to just like, let's make some shirts and sell them. It wasn't that, like, that's not what we were. It wasn't that
simple.
simple.
Everything into it, everything that we have.
This isn't just it's because it's not a clothing brand to us. I mean,
it's a lifestyle.
It's like a lifestyle, and there's a lot more to it than just let's make some shirts,
right?
Sell them.
Yeah.
So, you know, we want people to. I feel it when I wear it. I feel like I motivate myself when I put something on that says Inclyne on it. Because I know what the meaning behind it means, because I know our thought process went into this name and this brand. So when I wear it, it sometimes reminds me, I gotta live by this.
Right.
You know?
What are your favorite pieces that we have?
I like our joggers. Well, like everything.
You're pretty obsessed with our sweat shorts.
The sweat shorts are crazy. Those, and they're not for everybody. Maybe people have different styles. Like, Chauncey wants his shorts like capris down to his ankles. He likes them big and tall. I don't know if he does or not, but.
Let's see. My favorite pieces, I think that our compression sets will probably always have my heart. That and our scrunch biker shorts, which I'm wearing right now.
But don't they run so small?
I mean, I wear a medium in them. I think everybody's body's different. Everybody has different preferences on how they like things to fit. You know, I personally like to squeeze my body into things. I like it, you know, to everything to be held together and sucked in and smoothed out and all that, you know. So I wear a medium in them.
I just want to real quick just touch on how important, how grateful I am to have both of us, a guy and a girl. I have so many questions about girls' leggings and yoga sets. because I don't know like
Anything.
I don't know anything. So I'm like, yo, how like explain this to me because I don't get it. Why do you want to scrunch? Doesn't it feel like you got something up there like? And they're like, girls wear thongs. I'm like, yeah, makes sense. So I don't know.
You do what you gotta do.
You know, so I want to know how it
comfortable
feels.
to me, you know. But yeah, so the compression sets and the scrunch biker shorts, those are it for me. Those are the ones.
I mean, I like all our shirts too. I didn't want to just.
Well, we like everything. Of course.
I like everything.
We're
That's
biased.
why, yeah, because I don't like. I want it if I don't like it. If I get it.
Oh yeah, we're really particular and specific about the items we pick out because I mean we have to love it ourselves, you know. I mean, and we have almost every article that we've came out with, you know, that we wear personally. So yeah, we wouldn't sell anything that we don't personally love, you know. And we get things and we try them out for a little bit before we even
now there's some things that we won't get again because they were okay, but we don't want just.
Well,
okay.
we listen to feedback and stuff too. We appreciate feedback, whether it be, you know, negative, positive, anything. We are here for it. We we listen to it, and that's how we plan. All right, how hard is it to own a poppin', right over my phone, a poppin' ass brand? Well, thank you for one. And what goes into having a clothing brand? I don't know, how hard is it, Kev?
Well, considering that we work in a busy restaurant on top of it, full time, I'd say it really helps that there's two of us. I would say that. We have two of us that are, she's doing something while I'm at work. If she's at work, I'm doing something. So it's always like, and we're both communicating. So, I mean, it's hard, but when you love something, it's not that hard because you love it. So hard to me, when something's hard, is you're not enjoying it. So I'm enjoying it. Sometimes there's like, we're pushing things too close and it can get stressful. It's like, yo, like, we got to pick up the pace. That I would say sometimes stressful, but not hard because I enjoy it. So.
I mean, it's definitely, we have two, you know, different schedules too. So, I mean, it kind of works. Like, he gets up at the crack of dawn every morning and, you know, he starts doing things that he needs to do in the morning, whether it be packaging stuff or
she'll
whatever.
wake up to 20 messages from me.
Yeah,
I'll
like
text her
talk about things that we're doing. I wake up probably around, you know, like 9:30, 10. I mean, on average, if I don't work.
I don't know. You get up early. Sometimes I text you. You text me back about 8:45.
Yeah. I like my me time in the morning, so I might wake up and then I just kind of hang out in my room for like an hour, and I don't know whether I'm going through messages on Instagram or emails or whatever the case is. So I'll kind of chill for a little bit until I, you know, get up and make my coffee and all that. But yeah, And
she does stuff that I like. She's into the tea. She's better. I'm more. I can't sit still for long type stuff. Like, I'm walking around on the phone and like doing too many stuff. Like, I do good when it's a lot of movement. She's good on like
doing little like tedious things. I'm
behind the scenes.
I'm the one behind the scenes on the social media.
Making templates and like, yeah, the aesthetic stuff. Like,
yeah,
I understand it, but I usually find myself always needing her opinion and her approval when I'm like getting ready to post something or make a template. I'm like, yo, what do you think? Usually she has to correct my spelling or something somewhere.
I'm just more detail oriented.
Yeah,
that's what it is. What do you think goes into having a clothing brand? I mean, it's a lot.
When you want to be good at it, there's a lot more moving parts than I thought. You know, from the beginning, I thought it was going to be a lot easier. But when you want to do things the right way,
if you really want to grow, you know, because we could have just made some T-shirts and, you know, called it a day and not really. You know, but we like to, you know, we see ourselves growing, we see ourselves expanding, you know, and really making this like a forever thing, you know. This is what we want to do, and so we go the extra mile and we do what we have to do. I would say, you know, a big thing that's helped our brand grow, I think, is our brand ambassadors. Yeah. So we 100%. Like wholeheartedly, you know, we appreciate
every one of them.
like genuinely so much. I don't feel like we would have even gotten to this point had we not set up a brand ambassador program.
So that's some advice I would definitely give somebody who's starting a business or clothing line, whatever it is. Get you some brand ambassadors.
Yes.
Find you people that'll support you and rep you, and then give them something in return. That's the way business.
You need incentive.
Yeah. You don't want to rep me and support
Exactly.
me.
Exactly.
So.
We look at our brand ambassadors like they're part of the team. Like that's like the
I love
family to us.
I'm always family oriented. Since I was young, loyalty has always been important to me. Like it's with friends. I don't have as many friends as I used to have, but they were. The ones I do have, I hold them tight, and the same with family, like loyalty. So it's cool having I love that very family oriented bond with people,
Exactly.
So, and especially people that are living the same life, because I'm so passionate about it. It makes me so happy when I see people on this wave, on this ride, so.
Let's see, somebody had asked actually what are the qualifications, or what do we look for? Well, for the most part, we look for people that are live a similar kind of lifestyle to what we are going for, and we check people's Instagrams out, their social media, and we prefer somebody that has a little bit more followers, has a presence on social media.
But real quick, that doesn't always matter, because we've had people with hundreds of followers, not thousands, hundreds, and do big things with their brand.
It's really just about people that have support. You know what I mean? That are have a support system, really. But aside from that, if you're not super lit, super popping on social media, but we see that you're really heavy into fitness, or you are like I said, you're living a similar lifestyle as what we're going for, then we'll definitely consider you. I think that all of our brand ambassadors all pretty much have that in common, you know what I mean, where they're all into fitness, you know what I mean, they're all into bettering themselves. So that's what we look for when picking out brand ambassadors. And as far as what consists of being a brand ambassador,
you make 10% of any order that comes through. You make 10% of the whole order, and every 10 orders you get double on that 10th order. And who knows where it'll take us. Our goal is to help grow your following, you to help us grow ours. You get free photo shoots, free videos, and you can do whatever you want with them. So,
when we do photo shoots and stuff, we go to our brand ambassadors first, always. And so that will include, getting free gear and stuff too. Our brand ambassador is like a family, you know what I mean? So you get the connections, you know what I mean? That's what I think we really appreciate, is the connections, the bonds we formed with people just since starting Inclyne. Is there any other questions before?
Okay, one real quick. A friend of mine just said today, is there any chance of 3XL merch hitting your site? We have a little bit of plus sizes. We haven't had that many people ask about it, or we barely sell 2X. I think that's what it is. We don't even have that many 2X buyers, so why would we order a bunch of 3X? We can't even get 2. So I mean,
we do. It's just a little bit more limited. Once our brand grows and we have a bigger kind of following, we're already trying to be more diverse when it comes to sizing. It's really just a lot of learning as we go, because we've had to kind of see who shops with us the most, you know what I mean, and what sizes are the most popular. So we'll get more in certain sizes. We notice what we sell out the fastest in, and then we learn from that, and we're trying to expand more as far as sizing and stuff goes. We just actually last night released a new collection with we added some larger sizes in our women's sets.
Let me ask you a question. The larger size, so a lot of our stuff has ran smaller. These new sets, we also have them in extra large. Do these run smaller?
Not even a
so
little
these
bit.
are even as
they're really true to size, even maybe a little bit
looser?
big. I mean, they're so stretchy
said.
though. They're so stretchy that me and my best friend Chas, we have very different body shapes. She's a lot taller than me, and in our Vibe, the gray and pink ombre set that we just released last night, we can both fit a medium in it because they're so stretchy, whereas like normally she'd probably fit like an extra large to an extra large. But yeah, they're so stretchy. The material is so, you know, soft. They definitely run true to size. Whereas like our scrunch biker shorts definitely run small.
We might change those sizes at some point as well.
Yeah, and we are trying to expand and get larger sizes in those as well.
Yeah, it's just
it's
a thing that you have to do to like get those larger sizes, you know, and we're working on it, but sometimes money, you know, we're trying to.
Well, you have to customize sizing and stuff. There's something called
your MOQ, your minimum order quantity. 500 pairs of one color of an extra large biker shorts, you know, right now. You know,
we'll get there though.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. That's the plan. That's the goal.
Yeah. So, Mason, how do you feel about after accomplishing this dream? Well, I don't feel like I've accomplished anything. Yet. Yeah. So like, and I don't know if I'll ever feel like I've accomplished anything. Like, I don't know when that day will. I've never been like that to where I'm ever satisfied. Like,
we're just appreciating the journey, honestly.
Yeah, and that's what I think is the main, like, when you've heard it from, like, you know, motivational talks from big successful people, you really do have to love the process. Like, for real. Like, that's something I firmly believe. Like, you really have to be passionate about what you're doing, or it's not going to go very far, because you're not going to force yourself to do something you don't like and then get good at it. Like, it doesn't work that way. You got to enjoy it and love it and not really think about the results. Yeah. And they're just going to come. I have faith that we're going to keep going because we're 100% genuine, and it's all real
put
to
everything
us.
into you know. And so the best advice that I can give anybody is really to just start. You know, it doesn't, if you have even the slightest idea, just take it and just start, you know, and the rest just kind of comes with it. You know what I mean? As long as you are willing to work, you know, you have to put in the work, but just start, you know, just do it, and the rest kind of will flow from there. I mean, that's what we did. We started with absolutely no idea, really no clue what direction we were going to go in, and we didn't know the first thing about running a business, let alone a clothing brand, you know. So we just learn as we go. We, you know, are constantly, and we're still, you know, trying new things and realizing what goes into it. But it's been a hell of a journey for sure, and this is only the first year. So
first year, I can't wait to see what the second year and the third year and the fourth year brings.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, I guess that wraps. We'll touch base on everything. You know, in our next video, we're doing this every Tuesday night. Every Tuesday night. So stay tuned. We'll have more videos coming soon. What are
you know the vibes?
You know the vibes. You know them already.
You know the vibes. Thanks for tuning in, guys.